Three slips in the gully, and he is bowling to Dean Elgar on debut, and he has driven his very first ball, half volley, into the offside, goes to the boundary, square of the wicket.
Cushy on strike, then Pennington bowls and whipped away on the leg side, on that shorter side, and that will go for 4. Runs will, I would imagine, come fairly free and easy.
In comes Pennington again, and Fuller this time, and driven gloriously through the onside, and that should race away for 4, even with the slightly wet outfield, and does. And Elgar's looks good on the front foot here. He's
Pennington. This time he bowls, and that is he's bowled it a little straight, a little fuller.
Next delivery from Pennington, edged and held, and Notts have got a wicket. It's a first one in Nottinghamshire colours for Pennington. It's a catch by Matthew Montgomery at first slip.
He bowls round, right arm round the wicket. This is driven, and it's a bit of a flashy drive, outside edge. It goes along the floor in between third slip and gully, and it goes down to third man, vacant third man, for 4 runs. Patterson in, driven into the offside, slightly one-handed as his bottom hand comes off the bat, and Dean Elgar
once again, and that's a good delivery out Stoffel. It's edged, and it's a dive to the right by Joe Clark, and that's the first wicket for Dane Patterson in just his second over, and it will see the end of Tom Wesley.
Goes down 3 slips there, bowls, and this is on the pads, and it's worked away nicely, whipped away by Cox. It's a short side, the Fox Road side of the ground, and away for a boundary. So Essex underway after lunch with those 4 runs, 66 for 2. Lyndon James is in again to Cox, and punched away through the offside, and there's 4 runs, 75 for 2. Of course, Ben Duckett, fully paid up member of the Wicketkeepers Union, came here from Northants, having been there.
Patterson is in, 3 slips waiting. This is driven through the offside. It's a half volley, outside off stump, and beautifully executed through extra cover for 4 runs. Essex move to 79. Patterson doesn't bowl quite as... Oh, he does. He drives, does Elgar. This time he collects another 4 as he hits it particularly straight.
James in again. Bowls on the pads and worked away. That'll be 4 more to Elgar. He's going through the gears now. He's on to 43. 3 boundaries in his last 5 deliveries.
He was
James
successful.
Bowls cut away for runs, 4 probably, definitely. Elgar on to 47 now. Essex 96 for 2. Elgar's played very nicely here in this partnership. Moves up to 36. James once more. Bowls pushed into the offside, through the offside. Now this could take Elgar to his 50. Almost certainly they'll run 3, even if it doesn't go to the boundary. Brett Hutton's after it. They are going to just leisurely come back for that 3rd run, and that's a splendid way to start your spell, your season.
China's Pennington comes in. This is played and opens it up, and he plays it with soft hands, runs it down through the vacant third man area. And I also had Andy Brassington to
Hutton
keep.
bowls to Cox. Lovely, elegant straight drive. That's one of the top 3 or 4 shots of the day. Straight down the ground. Bump from Cox, and he moves on to 22, 107 for 2.
Pennington to commence a new over, driven through the offside by Elgar. It was a half volley. Pennington bowled a brilliant over, but unfortunately started this over with a half volley, gone through the offside for 4. And the way he leads his life, it's a most enjoyable company.
Next ball is cut away for 4. Just a little short of a length from Harrison, dragged it down. Switched ends, he's now at the Radcliffe Road end for the first time today. Nice and full is delivering, it's driven through the offside by Jordan Cox, whose stock is rising with every ball he faces here. This is a nice little innings from Jordan Cox. Spell with Hampshire before that opportunity. Here's one off the pad that's run away to 3rd man for 4. Did he get anything on that? Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's avoided 2nd slip.
On 39 for 2. Calvin Harrison in, bowls. And Elgar's gone big. Don't often see him just launching that one high down the ground when Duckett isn't in the side.
This time Harrison bowls, and Cox, well, he sees it's in his slot, and he plays a most magnificent shot straight over mid-on.
Essex will be very pleased with the progress here. 94 they've put on.
Slightly quicker, it's shorter, and that's gone for 4. That's been pulled. That was probably his worst ball he's bowled, but it's gone for 4.
After this one, as Patterson comes in and bowls, another drive elegantly by Elgar through the offside unless the lush conditions hold the ball up. It's just gone for 4, just hit the rope before the duo of Brett Hutton and very confident of you. There's a really good delivery. They're claiming it here. Not so celebrating. Now Elgar stood there. The umpire's not given this, and now Elgar turns. A good chunk of it before lunch and was going back to finish it. As this one's hit him on the pad, and they're asking and given. And Patterson has got his 3rd wicket of the day, and that is 100 wickets for Dane Patterson here at Trent Bridge in 20 matches. 174 for 4.
On his way in, 2 slips waiting. And there's a nick, and Walter's got to go. Patterson collects his 4th. Nottinghamshire have had a good hour's cricket either side of tee here. As Brett Hutton bowls, this is played down very fine to fine leg where we look, and it is off the inside edge.
Figures of 4 for 41 for the South African. This one's cut away. Makes that 4 for 45 as Adam Rossington with his first boundary. No.
6.
Next delivery's on. He's bowled in! Patterson with a self-congratulatory pat on his own back there for Patterson, has got his 5th wicket.
2 slips in now for Cox as Pennington's in, and this is punched off the back foot and will race away for a boundary at the backward point region. That's the first boundary in a while. Pennington again, and this just gets the outside edge of Cox, but with no fine 3rd man, it races away 4. I might even say that was guided.
Lyndon James bowls, and he's been given out. Harmer is an LBW candidate, but he does look dejected by the decision.
Involvement, yeah.
That's a short ball.
Oof.
Slater has hit that for 4. That was a beautiful shot. It was a good bouncer, but he's not going to be intimidated, and Snater collects 4 runs.
This one's short again by Harrison and punched into...
Get back into the warm.
Harrison again and rectifies length, and he bowls him. That's a fantastic delivery, and he's got Cox out for a brilliant 84. Essex now in a bit of trouble at 239 for 8.
Here he comes. Bowled in! Oh, stumps everywhere. There's only 1 left. Terrific delivery from Lyndon James, and now Snater's gone for 12. That's a very ambitious looking shot from Shane Snater.
Harrison again, and it wraps Porter on the pad, but down the leg side. A half-hearted appeal from Notts ends a good over, a maiden for Calvin Harrison.